Yes.
This meeting is being recorded.
All right. So don't say anything you don't want other people to hear. So it looks like we have a few of the chairs and some stand-ins for them, but we'll plug along here. Today, there was an email sent to the club chairs requesting that you go back in and sign into the confidentiality agreement again, because some chairs were being able to access their portal without signing that confidentiality agreement. And that's very important that that gets signed, because it's the, you know, the ladies is very sensitive information from them. And we don't want any of that getting out that could put them in jeopardy of any kind. And also personal information too. So if you tell your chairs if they're not here, please make sure that they do that, because you won't be able to access your portal without doing that first. Okay. Oh, don't do that. That's too big of a face for me to look at. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over the videos that are already on. Actually, let me give you some numbers first, some phone numbers. Did everybody get, I can't say everybody because they're not here, but I also sent out sort of a slideshow that gives you my contact information and dates of when things are to be sent to me and deadlines. So if you've gotten that, I'm glad, but there's still a few information that I have to give you. So if you have something to write with, I can always put it into the chat. But if you have any troubles with your portal, remember, I cannot help you with your portal. It's one thing I cannot help you with. So if you do, you need to contact headquarters, and that email is liveyourdreamawards@seroptimus.org. And if you email them there, they will get back to you. Or you can call them. Remember, they're 3 hours ahead. So that phone number is 215-893-9000. And you can either talk to Abina, Sarah, or Jackie. And they'll help you deal with your portal if you cannot deal with it. Especially if the chairs have been changed recently, they probably don't have the new chairs' names. And it'll be a good idea to make sure they get that, so that you receive all the emails they will be sending you. And they send out quite a few. Okay. All right. Any questions at all yet? Pretty simple. Okay. So let's get started with the first video. And Judy will get that going. And then we'll talk about the video after. We'll talk in between each video. We'll talk and answer questions. Okay.
Hold on, I gotta do that again.
See, that's why I'm not doing it, because I wouldn't even gotten that far.
Here we go. Where's my, there we go.
In this video, we'll talk about accessing your club chair account. It's important that the correct club chair is listed on your online club roster. We set up an account for whichever member is designated on the club roster as your club's Live Your Dream Award chair. If the club roster is incorrect, or if there is no designated chair, the account will not be set up for the correct person. If you are the Live Your Dream Awards Club Chair, contact your president to make sure you are listed on the online club roster. Everyone listed on the online club roster as the club's designated chair will receive an account registration email. After you receive your account registration email for the application portal, you can read the confidentiality agreement and then create your account by setting a unique password. You will then arrive at your home page. So let's walk through that process. After your online club roster is updated to indicate that you are the Live Your Dream Awards Club Chair, you will receive this welcome email. It's important that you read this email carefully, as it contains the confidentiality agreement. This agreement is best practice to ensure everyone is on the same page about keeping information safe. Read the confidentiality agreement and then click Join Now. This will take you to a registration page. If you already have an account, it will take you to this sign-in page and prompt you to sign in with your current password and username and confirm that you have read and agreed to the confidentiality agreement. If you need to create your account, it will take you to this registration page that you see now and prompt you to create your account by setting a password and indicating that you agree to the confidentiality agreement. Once you're signed in, you can begin reviewing applications. If you don't have any applications, your account will be empty and indicate that there is currently nothing to review. If you do have applications, it will look like this. You can tell that you have applications to review, as this notes that you have one application in the stage Confirm Application Eligibility. If you ever forget your password, you can follow the Forget Password link on the sign-in page to reset your password. Watch the next video in this Club Chair training series for more information about reviewing applications.
See, they weren't very long, but at least that tells you how to get started. If any questions? If you're a seasoned person, you kind of gone through that in a few times. But does anybody have any questions yet, right now? Nope. I don't hear anybody saying help. So let's go to the next video then.
Before we go on, Deborah, I
Okay.
see your note that it's blurry. Is anybody else having a problem? seeing-
Yeah,
Hmm.
I had it blurry too.
Okay, let me try something slightly different, see if it helps.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that page, so that's why I wasn't too concerned, but if we keep going, if anything's changed, plus it never hurts to see it again.
Mhm.
Sure. Okay, we're gonna go to the next one.
Because here it's really clear.
Welcome to the Live Your Dream Awards application portal. This first video in the training series will be a quick overview of how a woman would apply for an award. Every woman will start on this main application page. If she needs to create an application, she will click Start My Application. And then to return to her application, she will click Access My Current Application. To start her application, she will first create an account by completing this registration page with her contact information. Once she's successfully registered for an account, applicants will see this page notifying them that they must verify their email before they're able to submit an application. Applicants should go back to their email account, locate the verification email, and click the link, which will take them back to their account and let them know that their address is now verified. The applicant's homepage will show that they have no applications. To begin an application, they should click View Programs, which will show them the Live Dream Awards. When they select More, it will show the landing page for the Live Dream Awards. Here they will check their eligibility to make sure they meet all of the requirements to apply for an award. The applicant will answer a series of questions to ensure that she is qualified to apply according to the program eligibility requirements. If she meets the requirements by answering all of the questions correctly, she is able to create an application. If she is ineligible, she'll get notified that she's ineligible and she won't be able to create an application. If she is eligible and saves her eligibility quiz, she is told she is eligible for the program. She can start her application by clicking Apply to create her application. This is the application homepage, where a woman can see the status of each part of the application. The application is 5 parts, so let's walk through each part together. Personal information includes contact information. For each of the 5 parts, the woman will complete the form, then click Mark as Complete. Once she selects Mark as Complete, the icon will have a green checkbox. If the form is started but not complete, it will have a half green circle indicating it is in progress. Here on the left-hand side, a woman can see all 5 parts of her application and access them easily from this toolbar. So let's look at application information. This includes her schooling, her financial information, and essays. Throughout the application, the system will indicate if answers are missing or incorrect before the applicant is able to move on to the next section. The third part of the application is a woman's references, where she will request people in her community to complete an online reference form on her behalf. To require a reference, a woman will type in the email address of her reference, and that reference will receive an automated email requesting them to complete the reference form. When a reference submits their form, the status of the task will change from pending to complete. The applicant will get an email notification that her reference is complete, and if it is her second reference that is complete, she will get an email notification reminding her to sign in and submit her application. This method of collecting references helps ensure the confidentiality of the information that the reference provides. The woman will not be able to view the contents of any received references and must acquire 2 references in order to submit her application. The next section is to select a local club where she will match with your club. To do so, a woman will follow this link. First, she will type in the email associated with her application to verify her email address. A woman will type in her zip code, click search, and the closest 10 clubs within 75 miles of her zip code will appear. This is why it's important to include your club name on your flyers or any marketing in your local community. So if a woman, for example, at the local college decides to apply, she'll know which club to match with. The applicant will select the club and click Continue. This will return her to her application, and she will get a notification that says Club Match Successful. Here you see the status of her application is Club Successfully Matched, which means that process was a success. She can continue on to her application. In order to complete this section of the form, she'll need to return to this form, see that it's verified that the club match was successful, and mark this section as complete. Finally, we have the privacy agreement, which ensures that women know and agree to the SIA privacy policy. They will sign their name in the signature box, which they can do by clicking and dragging their mouse across the screen, and then they will type their name and add the date and click Mark Complete to finish this form. So as we can see, Emma has completed 3 of the 5 parts of her application, but still needs to complete the privacy agreement and is waiting on her references. A woman cannot submit her application without all 5 parts. With this application portal, everything is required before she can click Submit. And because it is all online, no questions can be left blank. When all of the tasks are marked complete, the applicant can review and/or submit her application. The portal is all automated online, so when a woman clicks Submit, she receives a confirmation email, and the system automatically sends you, the club chair, an email notifying you that there's a new application in your portal. To learn more about the application portal experience as a club chair, watch the other videos in this training series.
Okay, you're wondering why am I showing you this video? Because it's for applicants. Well, sometimes you have to help them. Sometimes they, it's always good for you to know how the process works so that you can help the applicant if they're having trouble. So
Loretta,
that's why, yes,
being as we're an online club, will we get any applications at all? Since as adding a zip code in there will automatically send them to the closest zip code club that there is. Should we just ask how the other online clubs have done it in the past? Or is this
Well-
is the first year, isn't it?
right.
for
Well, the
online
online clubs
applications.
still have to submit. You still have to go out and find applicants, which is
Right.
done online. And so at that point, you on your flyers and your app, on our
Mhm.
Facebook page or whatever media they're using, they put the club's name. And that's when she'll go in and find the club's name and the local closest, and our, it'll be probably our treasurer's, email, zip code. So, that's how it works. It goes by zip code and club name. So it doesn't
Okay.
change how we get them. We still have to put it out to the social media and go to the schools and give them our stuff, which can all still just be done through, on the online. You can send them our stuff and say, please, include us in your reporting so that they can use us along with other clubs in the area.
Okay, thanks.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say, if are you going out to the same schools that other clubs might be going to?
We may be, I
In
may
some
be going to this.
places, yeah.
Yeah, there are some clubs in where I live that also have local
Sure.
clubs. So I will maybe talk to the chair of the closest club and see how she's handling it. And we can coordinate or make sure we don't step on each other's toes.
So does that mean that we're going to be getting applications that were from your online club? In our portals?
Possibly.
Don't know.
I mean,
It
they have to
depends.
pick. The question is, which is a great question, Mary, is what zip code or zip codes might it populate on that list to choose
Yes.
from?
Yes.
Because once it populates, they can pick it, but it has to be with it. What did it say, 75 miles?
75 miles. So, we'll go as far as the, Gilroy
Right.
from where our zip code is, which is usually our treasurer's address. Because that's our billing address and everything. So,
Yeah.
so we're not going to go, we might run into San Francisco stuff and North San Mateo, but Mary can work with those two ladies and, help each other out with that. But if the schools or wherever we put the application in, if they have your zip code too, then they can choose and club name.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
Okay.
always good to keep in touch with the other chairs if they're close by.
So we need a list of other chairs. I'm just, is this the first time this is? I've heard of this being a question.
Not- I'm not hearing you.
Is this the first time this has been something that's been a possibility?
For what?
Where we're getting applicants from the online club?
You probably won't unless you're within 75 miles of San Francisco.
What happened, Deborah, what happened last year was that several clubs sent us applicants because they had a preponderance of
Okay.
applicants. And so we were able to review, I think, 5 or 6 applicants and choose the best of that pool. But this year it'll be a little different since it's all online. Last year it was still paper. So this will be an interesting experience. I was going to
Right.
say experiment, but more of an experience.
But it's not only that, is last year the online club was brand new and we got in towards the end of the reporting time. So we
Okay.
had to get help from other clubs.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, so that's good.
This year, we're doing it all on our own and we should get ones and if we don't, then we can always ask for help from other clubs. And that's what I'm here for. And that's what we're working for,
Okay.
to get everybody as many as they need. So did any of that you saw, no questions on what we were looking at on the video? We're all good with that? So that's just to help you. So if they come and say, I don't understand how to do this, or I'm having trouble, then you can, now you got to remember too, these videos are in your portal. So if you want to go back and review them again, they're there for you to do that. Once you get into your portal as the club chair, then they're in there under help and they're there. So you can review them again. Okay. All right, let's go to the next one.
Ay, ay, ay.
In this video, we'll walk through the first stage of the application, confirm application eligibility. This is where you will review your applications to ensure that they meet the program requirements. After a woman submits her application, you'll receive an automated email notification and will see the first stage of the application on your homepage. This is your homepage, also called the Review Dashboard. This is what you will see when you sign in to your application portal. If you have no applications, this review dashboard will be empty. If you do have applications, you will see the applications by stage. Right now, we have 2 applications in the Confirm Application Eligibility stage. All applications begin in this stage. To review these applications and confirm they are eligible, click Start. All applications in the Confirm Application Eligibility stage will appear on this list. To begin reviewing an application, click Start on the row for each applicant. This will pull up her application on the left side of the screen and the review form on the right side of the screen. To view different parts of the application, click Application on this toolbar to the left. This will show you each of the 5 sections of her complete application. So as you scroll down, you can see her essays, her financial section, as well as her references. To return to your homepage at any time, you can click Review Dashboard in the upper right-hand corner. So to get started on our review form, you'll scroll down until you see Step 1. Before a woman can create an application, she must complete an eligibility form determining if she's eligible to even apply. This task of reviewing the application and confirming eligibility gives you, as the club chair, the opportunity to double-check once more that the woman is in fact eligible to apply according to the requirements. As you can see, we've listed out all of the eligibility requirements here on the right for easy reference. Again, to view different parts of this application, you click Application in the toolbar over here to the left, and you can either scroll or use this drop-down button to view the 5 sections of the application. So after you review each part of the application, and you're sure that everything's in order, you'll indicate on the form on the right-hand side if this is a complete application according to the eligibility requirements. You can indicate if it's complete and ready to judge, which will move her application to the next stage in your portal account. You can indicate if the application is ineligible according to the requirements. This will disqualify the applicant for further consideration and send her an email letting her know she's ineligible. We'll also ask you why the applicant is ineligible. This helps us improve the application process for future years. Finally, you can say that the application is incomplete and you'd like to follow up for more information. This option will give you the opportunity to clarify and follow up with the applicant directly from the portal. You will indicate your feedback, which will be sent to the applicant in an automated email so she can update her application. This application will be moved out of your portal account and back to the applicant's account. You will lose access to this application until the applicant updates and resubmits her application based on the feedback you provided. So after you review the different parts of the application over here on the left, you'll indicate if the application is complete. So let's go ahead and click that this application is complete and ready to judge. We're going to click Mark as Complete to finish this form. Now you can see that the form is complete by this green check mark indicated up at the top of the form. And you can also scroll down and see that your response was saved. You can modify your review if you so desire. To return to the list of applicants that are ready for review, you would click Confirm Application Eligibility here in the top left corner. Again, you can always return to your home page or review dashboard by clicking Review Dashboard on the top right corner. Let's go ahead and return to the applications that are ready for review. So here you will see that the first application has moved on to the next stage, and we're only seeing the one application ready for review. In order to review this application, we'd go through the same process by clicking Start. We would see the application on the left after clicking Application, and we would complete the form over here on the right. Let's return to the review dashboard or home page to see where all of the applications land. So we still have one application in the Confirm Application Eligibility stage. And so we are going to want to eventually go back to this application and review it for eligibility. Lydia's application that we just marked as complete moved on to the Save a Copy of Your Application stage. We're going to discuss this stage in the next video, so join us to discuss how to download and save your applications from the application portal.
Okay, any questions? Now, in that part where it talked about making sure that, or it's incomplete and you want to discuss on or have her clarify things that you can also call them on the phone. If it's still, if they send stuff back to you and say, and it's still not clear to you, or you still have questions, you can contact them by phone because their information is in their application. And if you still don't, if you're still not happy with their answers, or, after they reviewed it and updated it, you can call them by the phone. Usually it's taken care of by emails, but I've had a few chairs that have talked to them personally, especially if they were having trouble with finishing their application. So any other questions then? Is it clear? All right, that's a good thing. So let's go on to the next video.
I have to find it. Hold on.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Once you have reviewed an application for eligibility, any complete eligible applications will be in the stage Save a Copy of Your Applications. This stage is to ensure that you have saved a copy of each application for your records and for your club judging. To save applications, we will click Start over here on the right to begin. Here we will see each application that still needs to be downloaded and saved. There's multiple avenues to download and save an application. The first method of saving applications is a batch download. If you are on this page with the list of applications, you can download all of the applications at once. Click the checkbox at the top left corner of the screen to highlight all of the applications with a green checkbox. Then click Actions, which will give you a drop-down menu, and select Download Applications. This will give you a pop-up box. We recommend you leave all of the settings the same except the file name. Change the file name to applicant name, which will put the applicant's name as each file title, and make it easier to identify which PDF belongs to which woman. So here we left that you want a separate PDF for each application. The file name will be applicant name, and the tasks to include are all application tasks. We're going to click the green download button, and this will take a moment to prepare the download. When it's available for download, click the green download button. Here you see it's downloading on the bottom toolbar of my browser. So we'll wait just one moment for that to completely download. And I will click this folder to open it. And I can see here that I have both Joanna and Lydia's application as a PDF. But you don't want to stop here. Make sure you save each copy of these applications to a folder on your computer where you'll remember the location for future access. If you batch download all of your applications at once, you will return and close out of this browser. And then you also want to close out of this pop-up window. This takes us back to our save a copy of your application stage. We will want to move these applications to the next stage by completing a form for each application. So let's complete Lydia's form. So once again, there's always going to be the option to view the application here on the left side if you so desire. But we're here to complete the form saying that we have successfully saved our applications. So now that we have saved Lydia's application, we will scroll down and select yes, we did download and save a copy of this application for our records. We'll click Mark as complete. As you can see, this form is not complete because the circle of progress is still gray. So to complete this form, we will click Mark as complete. And we can see it's successfully completed since there is a green check mark here. To return to the other application to indicate that we have successfully saved it, we will click the back button in the upper left-hand corner, which says save a copy of your applications. And Lydia's application has moved on, and we have Joanne's application. So we'll go through the same process to indicate that we have printed Joanne's application. You'll do this until all of the applications listed in this stage, save a copy of your applications, are gone and have moved on to the next stage. The second method of downloading applications is to do an individual download. To do an individual download of each application, starting from your homepage or review dashboard, you will click Start. This again takes us to the page that lists all of the applications. One method is to select only Lydia's application, click Action, click Download Applications, and go through this same process. This will only download whichever applications you select with the green checkbox. The second method for individually downloading an application is to click Start, which will give us Lydia's application here on the left, and the form to indicate that we have downloaded and saved a copy on the right. If you're on this form, you can download a copy of the application directly from here. To start, you would click the gray Download Cloud button. This is going to give you the pop-up of your download options. Again, recommending that you keep all of the options the same, except file name. We're going to change to applicant name. And then we will select Download. This page is preparing the download, and once it's finished, you can click the green button, Download. And again, we see that the bar on the bottom is downloading this application. When it's complete, I'm going to click on that folder to open it, and we see that Lydia's application is downloaded as a PDF. Once again, you don't want to stop here. Make sure that you open the application and save it in a location that you'll remember on your computer for future access. Since I just saved a copy of that application, I'm going to close out of this window. I'm going to go ahead and close out of the download options. And because I did successfully save a copy of Lydia's application, I will select yes and mark it as complete. Once again, I see here that the form was successfully completed because of this green check mark. And I can go back to this stage, save a copy of your applications, by clicking this back button. And now we only have Joanne's application to save. Again, if I just individually want to save her application, I can select and check Joanne's application, click Action, and click Download. Or I can click Start and select this gray download button. Both methods will get you this same pop-up of download options, where again, you want to keep all of the options the same except change the file name to applicant name. Whether you do a batch download of your applications or download each application individually, you will want to complete the form for each application indicating that you have successfully downloaded and saved a copy of the application for your records. Once you complete that form, you can return to your review dashboard. Every application that you indicate you have saved and downloaded a copy of the application will move to this stage, indicate your club's decision. This stage of the review process will take place after your club has hosted your club judging. Stay tuned and watch the next video to learn more about reporting your awards.
Okay, that's not tonight. We've already gone through the 4 videos tonight, so I think that's the 4, right?
Yep.
Yes. Now, if all comes down and you still can't get them, or they don't have access to a computer, or they don't have, access to internet, you can still have paper applications. They are still available on the SIA website, and you can get, and if you can't get it or find it, just email me and I can send you the link. But I don't want to send you the link in case, unless it's absolutely necessary to have the paper application, okay? But I can send you that if you need it. Also, if your club, if you need the toolkit, which was sent to you, the Live Your Dream toolkit, it was sent to you in that email, or it will be sent to you. But if you want it, you can also go to the SIA website under the Live Your Dream, and it's there. And if you can't find it, email me and I will send it to you. I've got all of this stuff on my desktop. And I found that if you download those applications and you make a separate folder for them on your desktop, it makes it so much easier to go back and find them when it's time for judging. It's just, I just find that when I was doing the judging last year, I didn't do the judging, but when I had to pass it off, I had it on my desktop and it was right there for me to get to, so I didn't have to go through, 2 or 3 stages to find it. So it's always good to put it somewhere where it's easy to get to, just like they said in the video.
Question,
Yes.
Loretta, if you have a young woman who does not have access, to internet and such, can you make arrangements for her application to be typed and put into the system?
What will happen will be, if she is your first place winner, you would have to get her application and scan it and enter it. or send
Okay.
it to me. And then that's how we get it to SIA. If it's,
Okay. Well, what if the college secretary volunteered to type her materials into an application
into the
online?
portal or their
Yes.
application.
Yes.
I mean, sit there with her and fill it out. Because
Is
you
that
would have to be,
acceptable?
yeah, you would have to be present. You would both have to be together to do it. So
Right,
you would,
okay.
you would have to sit with her and fill it out, because then she will have to give you the names to request references. And you would be actually doing it for her, but she has to be there with you.
Right, okay,
Just because it's just because that's, you don't want to get anything wrong.
right,
And then she can control what you write. She can write her essay and then you can type it in, that's fine. But it has to be, she has to have written it,
right.
and then it's a rare thing that if they're in college, they usually can have access to a computer at
Correct.
school. But, and also there's a thing about language barrier, but usually the schools have people who can help with that also. And you're going to learn about that in the next Live Your Dream presentation on the 30th. They will go over that with you.
Okay.
What goes on at the schools and how they help. Also, like I said, if there's, and I also have, if you don't have flyers, if you haven't made up your own flyers, I can also send you the link to that, and you can use the SIA flyer and just fill in your club's name and all your club's information and send those out. So there is a blank application, flyer, and you fill in your stuff and send it to whoever you need to send it to. But you can also get that off the SIA website. There's so
Okay.
much stuff to get off that website.
Thank you.
Let's see, what else?
I have another quick question.
Sure, no, as many as you like.
Okay, I just for my own clarification, once we've downloaded the applications into our file, we can print them out for our members to, on our committee to read.
Sure,
Right? Okay.
sure.
I just want to make sure I had that. correct.
sure. You
Okay.
can print them even if your judges need them to be printed to them, you can do that.
Okay.
Usually you don't do that. It's all email. But make sure that your judges have to also fill out that confidentiality agreement. Okay?
Yes.
So you can get a copy of that, and you can send them a copy, and they have to sign that and send it back to you. So you have it in your possession that they will abide by that confidentiality agreement.
Great.
It's all for the safety of the applicants,
Definitely. Thank you.
right?
Mhm.
So that's a requirement. So you really should have, and you had to fill it out. If you have co-sponsors or co-chairs, they should also fill out one.
The co-chairs. Okay.
Yeah, it's just a legal kind of thing. So you're covering your butts. That's what it's for.
Okay.
And you're also, just saying we're not going to send out any information about these ladies. It's just that it's their requirement. The only one on file at SIA is the chair who's going to be dealing with the portal.
Okay.
So if you have your chair that dealing with the portal and who's going to be doing all the stuff on the portal, then they fill out that confidentiality agreement online.
Okay, so for the co-chairs though, do we need to go onto the portal and fill out our own?
No, there's a, no, because you can only fill one out on the portal.
Okay,
You need to go to the SIA website, and there'll be a blank application that you can get.
okay,
And have them sign it and keep it, and then send it to you, or you keep it. That's how I had my judges do it. I filled out a separate application for them. They filled them out and send it back to the region for region judging.
okay, great.
Yeah, because you can't get one for them off
Okay.
the website
Okay,
or in the portal.
okay,
So yeah,
Thank you.
so it's just it's for the ladies' safeties and makes, and you know, they have to fill one out too. So, you know, it's all around. Let's see.
Thank you.
I'm trying to think of, see all my notes here. To learn how to do the reporting on after you've saved them and you've reviewed them and you've chosen your applications, then that'll be the next, my next workshop in October, when we learn how to submit reporting your application. Because usually in the past, everybody filled out the transmittal form in paper
Right.
and sent it to me, correct?
Right.
It's not happening this year. There is no paper transmittal forms. It's all going to be done online. And when you submit it, then I get an email with your transmittal form. So, but there, you still can submit a transmittal form if you're having trouble with the portal and you can't do it. But see, what happens is it automatically goes to SIA, and then I don't have to sit and fill out a spreadsheet with everybody's everybody's winner or all your awardees. Some Hanford gave out 19 of them or something last year. I had to go in and fill in every name, every amount, every email, phone number, everything across the spreadsheet. And this way, once you submit it, it's in their hands, and I don't have to do the adding up and totals of that kind of thing. So it's going to clean things up a lot, make my life a little easier too. It took me 3 days to do last year's, to sit in front of the computer and fill in 111 names, emails, phone numbers, and the amounts they were awarded and the club's name and everything.
Believe me, the next day, day 4, she was not a happy camper. I speak from personal experience.
So it this makes things a lot easier. So the next set of videos that we'll be seeing in October will be how to report everything, and I'm going to learn how to do that in about 2 weeks, and then I will teach you guys how to do it and show you the videos and answer your questions. And let's see. Let's see. Give me a second. Let me look at my notes. And okay. Also, this year, the region, the clubs and the region, we've kind of set ourselves a goal for next year, or for this year, 2022-23, a goal of reaching. Last year we had $179,900 awarded. This coming year, we're hoping we can get to $200,000 plus. And I know we can do that because more clubs have had fundraisers, and there'll be more help out there with getting applications. If you need more than 1 or 2 or 3, we'll have help. That's me. Contact me and we'll help with that. Also, we've set a goal of 122 awards given by the region. Now, if we reach that plateau, we get an extra $3,000 award from SIA, which means we will have 4 $3,000 winners and 1 $5,000. So we're pushing for that 122 application, 122 awards. So that's our goal. And I know we will do it, because you guys are amazing. I mean, when I get the readouts from SIA and they tell us totals, and I look at ours, and we always come in 4th. We are one of the smaller regions, but we are the ones who give out more than some of the bigger regions. And we always come in 4th, behind the Philippines and a few other larger regions. So we can hold our own with anybody. So let's hit those marks for next year, and we can be proud, because we are a small region and we can do it. So the more ladies we help and that's the big goal. That is, let me make sure I have it. The big goal is to help as many women as we can. And that means if you have $10,000, spread it out. Help as many as you can, but try to keep it above $1,000. Because that's a life-changing amount. Even these days, it's still a life-changing amount. So that's our goal, is to help as many women as possible. And let's hit that 122 plus. If we go over that, that's great too. So any more questions or?
Nope.
No. I was hoping we had more chairs tonight, but I guess it didn't work out. So I'm hoping on the 30th, there are more chairs to learn from that other group, and in October when it's really important, but you'll get more information from me and you'll get emails, and I'm hoping we can get more chairs in. So if there isn't any more questions, then I'm giving you everything I have for now. But make sure your chairs get in there and do the confidentiality agreement again, because of that email that went out today. So make sure that happens, otherwise you can't open your portals. They're frozen until you do that. Okay? And some people said they already have applicants, so you don't want that frozen.
Yeah.
Okay? And also make sure that if your chair is changed from when you submitted your 200 form, you got to either go online into your club, have your president go into the club roster and make sure she makes the changes, or you can call SIA and make the changes that way. Otherwise, you won't get the emails, you won't get the information you're going to need. Okay?
All right.
So now if you need any help, you got my email address and you have my phone number, which is on that email I sent out today or yesterday. If you want my phone number, I can give you that if that's, if you need it, but it's on the email I sent yesterday. It's in there, but if you needed it, I can tell you right now, it's 650-580-4634. And nothing before 6 in the morning or 7 in the morning, and nothing after midnight, please. Okay.
And how do you pronounce your last name?
How do I pronounce it? Fornaciari.
Fornaciari. Thank you.
People try to make it more than it is, and it's not that difficult, but so you have my contact information. I'm here to help you. That's my job. So let me help you. And if you can't find applicants, let me know early on so that we can get you help. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you all for coming.
Thanks,
And
Loretta.
Thank
we'll
you.
see you again. I'll see you on the 30th. All right. Bye.
Bye.